Sports on people, how we doing today? You'll get it's Onolakmo. You'll get saying thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to follow me here, like, share, comment. Let's hear from you. Was that spot on? Yes, it's great to be here. Thank you to all followers and well wishers of Spot On with Onolakmo. That's my name. And yes, we talking today about our theme and talking about the UEFA Champions League quarterfinals. And yes, it's a long time coming. And I remember when the new format was revealed, I criticized it. Even till now, I'm not a fan. I believe it's simple. The players are playing too many matches, too many matches, and we have injuries upon injuries upon injuries. Okay, so basically, we looking at the fixture at the quarters. We have Arsenal. Up Ghana, they face they host Madrid today, and I don't know if it's the right time to host Madrid. Their loss at the weekend. I was actually shocked that they lost that match. I was thinking, okay, fine, maybe a draw, but too many errors and Vinicius. I don't know. He also missed the penalty in the yes, round of 16 against Atletico, and we're lucky to win that one. Albeit on penalties, we're very lucky. Even though they have this number over Atletico every time they beat Atletico at the critical stages of this competition. But however, it's he didn't to miss the penalty, and I think it affected the team. Yes, and the fact that the coach will not wait for so long before making substitutions. I don't know why would the coach. I should not say it. I can't even. This is someone who has spent. He was telling us recently. At one of the press conferences, he was addressing the press. I was watching me and I said, "Oh, I have spent over okay, I think I read it. I said I've spent over 48 years, and I said salute. So you can imagine. So are you saying? I mean, this is a man who has lots of Champions League trophies with different clubs, not only Madrid. Okay, so fine. Madrid lost at the weekend, and I think Arsenal will sense blood here and see if they can um, come and take his time. And I like what the coach was saying, even though I haven't agreed with him, the fact that they don't have a striker till now. I was saying, oh, we can do it. They're ready, And of course, the last time they met, and I'm like, oh, what happened? Why are they avoiding each other? Arsenal and Madrid, they just meet for almost 20 years. And last time it was an Arsenal victory over 2 legs. So what are we saying? It can happen again. That's what it is. It's possible, but we all know that this is Champions League and Madrid. You underrate them at your own peril. This is their competition. They know how to win it. They're not playing well. Madrid will win. I remember that they lost to Liverpool. It seems as if a long time ago now. Liverpool beat them. In round robin format, and here they are in the quarters. And of course, even at the weekend, they still lost to Valencia. Second half of the table in La Liga. That's Madrid for you. But I think that we use mistakes, and of course, the set pieces. And one thing Arsenal good at set pieces. Yes. So of course, big man is there. Missing for Arsenal. The Gabriel will not be there. But the Self Saliba and Jacob Kiwa did very well against Everton. I know that they considered their penalty on Saturday. And I actually agreed with him this time. I don't know how that was penalty, but that's story for another day. Anyway, Arsenal still feel they couldn't convert their chances. Forget the penalty. You still need to convert your chances. And that's why they drew that match. And Liverpool are lost the day after. So well, anyway, the point is this: Arsenal have a chance to make history, can do it again, and they haven't even won the Champions League before. They haven't won it at all. Madrid are 15, they haven't zero. Yes, that particular year they beat Madrid, but Barcelona beat them in the final. So Campbell goal, that was the opportunity Arsenal couldn't take. Mm. So this time around again, they host Madrid, and as someone was saying it, why would Arsenal host the first leg after the way in the top eight? I was worried too. You know, the only advantage they had was against PSV, and they beat Black and Blue. Beat them 7-1 in Holland, and of course came to draw 2 in London at the Emirates. But let's wait and see today. It's going to be interesting. Two sides, both of them have injuries. So let us see what happens. Injuries galore everywhere. Gabriel is out. Saka just coming back, and Arsenal still don't have a striker. I think Mario will continue the first nine, and let's just see how it goes. Trossard is there anyway, and we'll see. And for Madrid, you know that Mbappe will be there, Vinicius also, and as well as Ibrahim Diaz will have a looking, Modric in midfield, for Bellingham, yeah, main man. But let us wait and see how it will go. I think the problem with Madrid now is their defense. Yes, I think defense too many mistakes against Valencia, and they can't afford that. Vasquez, they can't afford that kind of mistakes. You cannot win Champions League like that. Even though yes, you have a pedigree, you cannot. You have to, let us see what happens. And of course, they are, and as Arsenal can score, they have been scoring and they have a good record of scoring through set pieces. So let's also wait and see. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. Calling it maybe an Arsenal win or a draw. Yeah. But Atletico, I mean, everybody can come and win, this is Champions League. So anything can happen. So I think I'll just set for a draw. Even though Arsenal will want it, extend that lead, no matter how small, to take to the Bernabeu for the second leg. Okay, fine. The second one is today. We talk about basketball, PSG, Aston Villa, and Barcelona. But today it's all about Inter Milan go to the Alliance Arena for the second leg. I mean for the first leg, and unlike Arsenal and Madrid, Bayern and Inter Milan have been meeting almost every year. Yes, and of course we all remember the 2010 final that Inter Milan won. So painful memories. So Bayern have avenged that loss, but of course you can't compare to the final. Of course still won 2-0, 2-0. I think 2022 when they met in the round robin format. Before this new format. Bayern won away 2-0, 2-0. So Bayern have been winning and they have this recently a good head to head. But this is Inter Milan who don't concede. Because at the weekend I was surprised that they let go a 2-0 lead. Parma 2-2 finished. They let it go, dropping points. Napoli to drop points yesterday. So race for Scudetto is still very unlike in France that PSG have won. In England, it seems that Liverpool, despite the stumble on the weekend, will still make it. And of course, we know that Bayern Munich doing very well. They want to win, take back from Leverkusen 4. But let us see what happens today. It will be interesting, but it may be just because Bayern Munich don't lose at home. They don't just lose at home in this competition. I think that was 22 years ago, when they lost. So it's gonna be. Let's just see how it goes. 22 matches ago, not years now. 22 matches ago, they win, in this particular place. And this is their arena. This is where the final we played. So for them, extra incentive, to go get to the final. They are going to be hosting, and I'm sure they don't want to lose like last time. Like when they lost to Chelsea and penalties in their own stadium. So, but let's even navigate this match first. How can they overcome Inter Milan? They've been doing it in recent years, but the most important one, the final 2010, Inter Milan won that one. So let us see how it's really poised. And we'll say, and Inter do not concede like that. The defense is top notch, and even though they are man was, I think that's left at the yes halftime that affected it against Parma. So let's wait and see. Um, yeah, so we'll talk about it next week. I said tomorrow, of course, we have loads of Europa on Thursday. So basically, we let's shift gears now to yes, interesting. It's gonna be interesting. Let's up on us. Let's see. I like Coach Ateta, and if they can win this, that'll be great season for us now. Even though it seems a long shot, and then someone saying they're going to beat the Arsenal, they're going to lose over the way to Madrid. I won't say that. I won't say that. It's going to be interesting to see. And of course, Bayern, doing well, top of the league. Inter Milan is also top of Serie A, so it's evenly matched in a way. And Hurricane, of course, Musiala will not be playing. Yes, he's injured. As of out, Musiala will not be playing. Big blow for Bayern, but they still have Kimmich, and they have, of course, yes, yes, I'm mentioning the great man himself, who's going to be leaving at the end of the season after 25 years. Müller will leave Bayern, but he'll still be here at this for this match. Let's see if he can make some magic work before he goes. After 25 years, wow, that's legend there for Germany. You know, Wow, wow. But he has, he's leaving, and he made it clear that Bayern Munich will not renew the contract. Now, one is one has spent 25 years, I think, is a good one. And it's, when you leave when the ovation is loudest, wish him all the best. That's Muller, Bayern Munich, and Germany. Good one there for him. He's still, and of course, I'm sure you will see him once, even after he leaves end of the season. I'm sure he'll be back, in Bayern with a role. You can be sure of that. 25 years. Wow, that's great. Okay, so before we go to yes, Golgov is no longer the top American in the tennis rankings. Yes, the good level won just on Sunday at Charleston. Yeah, she won. It's into Vekene in the final. It was an All American final. Jessica Pegula, is the new American number one. She's number three now. And I say yes, it was a good one by WTA. That was spot on. Spot on, yes. Golgov has been faltering. So Pegula, we've seen her, and she's won the tournaments as well. So that's great for American tennis. And I actually came on and talked about it. Alimitova is there. How the American women have been doing very well. You know, doing very, very well. How they've climbing through the ranks. Kenen, Regular, for golf is still there, even though she has not been herself. But Navarro, when you have the American ladies. So let's just see how that goes for tennis. But just before we're here, Zverev lost at the Monte Carlo Masters. And I'm like, what will it take? We know that the one number one for the men now is out due to suspension. Yes, Senna is out. He will be back just before the French Open will start, next month. But it's still out, and yet Medvedev, I don't really. We have, it was Mensik that came and won last time. The other men are not really taking advantage. The top men, yeah, okay, fine. We know that Senna will be out to overtake, but you think that it would take advantage of his absence. But that's not been the case. And it's losing just at the Monte Carlo Masters, just as before we came on air. So he's out already, and we'll see how that will go. Yes, so we'll talk soon. First for watch the Champions League matches. Spot on. Yes, talking about the league here in Nigeria, and we know that one played two. That's Remo Stars went to Rivers and lost. So they're still, anyway, Remo Stars are still topping, and Rivers United still second. I like what the coach of Remo Stars said. Let's just win our own games, and we are still going to go this week. I think I want to believe that they would do it. And of course, the what happened in Ibadan, I spoke about in my other video. It's just catch up on that and see, that should not happen again. This is sports, it's sports, and we don't want that kind of behavior. Someone says, "Thank you so much for watching this post. I'll see you in the very next one." This has been live, so we'll see. Spot on. Us now. Ateta is cooking too. Despite the injuries, despite Gabriel's absence, he wants to win. If Madrid, I won't count them against him. You know. Then on about Madrid, if you have someone take the penalties, you know, Mbappe won penalties. Let him take it. Vinicius take. You know, we're lucky against Atletico. This is another team. And last time these two teams met, Arsenal won. So let's wait and see. Thank you so much. The fans all over the world. So enjoy the matches. It's safe, it's simple. Let's be good examples. What's on? Yes, talk soon.